All right, we are live. I just uploaded a short, so go check that out. But looks like we've already got some movement. Apparently, our friends took a trade in the Discord already, which is pretty sweet. We'll take a look at that. I'm going to pull that up. So here we have FA's trade. This is crazy. I don't know how he got in, but that's cool. I think that's really, really cool. I need to move these back. These are kind of annoying, but they had to put them in here for just a bit. Alright. So, we closed below this gap. So, I could see us running down to this. Well, I guess this is a fair value gap. It's not really clear. But, and we swept New York PM's highs, right? So we swept New York PM's highs. So, on my right hand side of the screen over here, you guys can't see it. I have both the S&P and the NASDAQ, so I won't miss any trades, which I think is very, very important. So, let me turn this off because I'm kind of getting hot. So yeah, I'm just going to be taking whatever trades I want. As usual, on my demo account, I don't have the eval account yet, but that's okay. So, I'm going to turn on previous days and weeks highs and lows as well as session highs and lows. You can see we swept New York PM's lows. Looks like we swept London's lows as well. But to be fair, these are kind of also equal lows, so we should probably come back and take those out at some point. We have this data low here. So it's kind of unclear. We have previous day's high, previous week's high up here, but we have this data low and these relatively equal lows and London's lows as well. Well, okay, there are three relatively equal lows with London's lows. That's a pretty strong draw, I'll be honest. I think that takes precedent. I think that if we'd want to probably look for shorts if we could, because that's three relatively equal lows, and it being London's lows is crazy, and there being a data low. So I want to turn on the stat map just to get a better idea of what's going on. Okay, starting out, for the stat map, I like to just go top down, visual order. I want to put this fourth. I'm doing this like the hardest way possible. Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna is my computer charged? Because I'll just unplug this. Honestly, it's just kind of in my way. Yeah. We might just go straight down. I don't know. I'll be patient. I'm not really trying to force anything. So we have a breaker overlapping with a fair value gap. right? Here's the breaker block. Breaker block, here's the fair value gap. We got our change of state of delivery. We swept New York PM's highs. This is like a liquidity void. The only thing is we have previous day's high up here and we have previous week's high. So makes it a little unclear. So yeah, let's turn on the stat map. Let's look at our options. So starting out with the daily stat map. So interestingly, we went to both daily manipulation levels. So we went to this daily manipulation, and then we went to this daily manipulation. So it's kind of unclear which distribution level we want to go to. I guess actually. Oh no, I thought this was the distribution level. I thought that was right below that low. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to that data low. I knew this was a good trade. I should have just taken it. Well, I wasn't on the chart yet. Okay. Yeah, like I said, we're drawing towards these equal lows and this data low. Man, it bugs me that this always happens. There's always a setup before I get on the charts. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, standard deviations. Yeah, the 2 to 2.5 line up at that data low. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at the rest of the stat maps. Okay. Let me turn this off. Actually, I'll keep it on. Alright, well, we went to that 12-hour manipulation level pretty clearly. So we might be going to this 12-hour distribution, honestly. That would have us fill this liquidity void. Let's keep thinking. Actually, I'm gonna move these. They're just kind of bugging me. It's just like when I don't have enough space, I just feel like I can't focus. I don't know. There we go. That's a lot better, honestly. Okay. All right, let's lock in. So I just feel overwhelmed. Like there's a lot on the chart right now. Why do I feel overwhelmed? I shouldn't be feeling overwhelmed. Oh, I should be looking. I should just analyze it on NQ. Yeah, I should analyze it on NQ, and then make the trades on MNQZ. Okay. And this seems like a very strong liquidity pool. Okay. And there's equal highs too. So we got equal lows and equal highs. So yeah, it looks like we went. Honestly, we might go to this daily manipulation and then we could take out those equal highs. So that's something to think about. We went to this 12-hour manipulation. Interesting. Do we get any SMTs? We actually did get bearish S&T with... Wait, no, we didn't. Sorry. Just kidding. I'm still looking. What news was today? Oh, CPI. Okay. Good question. I'm still trying to figure that out myself. What do you think? I think right now that we have these equal lows with London, but we also have these relatively equal highs with Asia from over all the way over here. So I'm not exactly sure. We have a data low as well. What are you looking at? Unsure. Yeah, I'm unsure. And oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, and also we have this previous day's high and previous week's high here. So, like, I guess I could even take this. Probably should have entered that. This should have been an entry, honestly. Because you can move your stop loss to break even right here. We'll probably at least hit this high, is basically what I'm saying. Should I try this? I just feel like there's a data low and there's equal lows, so maybe I want to wait for an inverse back to the downside after. Maybe that's what I want. Because, like, I could see this inversing to the downside and then we just rip right through all this. Actually, yeah. And did we go back into premium of this? We did. And this is a breaker. Whoops. How many cons does it do? 16? What? I'm not trading... I'm not trading the leap. I'm trading my live stream demo. I'd say probably stop loss to break even at this low. Or maybe this low. Probably this low. Just give it a little bit of room to run. Because we were also coming off of a breaker. See the breaker over here? So we went back into premium of this leg, and we were coming off of this breaker. Okay, stop loss to break even. And I'm just gonna hold. I'm just gonna take all off at the data low. Or I could take off. I could take off some. I don't know. I guess it doesn't hurt to take off like a couple. Actually, I don't know. I think I'll just hold. Honestly, actually, I should probably hold some for these equal lows here. Because that'll probably get hit too. Or actually, I should maybe have taken some off here. That's kind of hard to decide in the moment. Okay. Yeah, I use me as a what's it called? Use me as a confluence. Inverse my trades, cause like sometimes I really, I don't know. Sometimes I do really suck. So, but But yeah, I'm just trading on demo still. I see us going to this data low, but unfortunately, I might get stopped out at break even before that happens. Because if we, let's say we come to this BPR, if we were to come back to this BPR, then that would stop me out at break even. Yeah, if it's a break even trade, that's fine. I don't care. This is a order block or a breaker. This is a breaker block right here. So yeah, I honestly my stop loss is exactly where it should be, because realistically, if we come above this breaker block, that's just not good. We're going into we're kind of going into the Hydra macro a little bit. The Hydra macro is from 920 to 940. I should have probably taken a partial off at that low. It's a lesson for next time. Because, like, why not, right? I have 16 contracts. Why not take at least a few off? You would think. Just take off at least a few. Okay, we went back into premium of this leg. We have London's lows equal lows, the data low. So yeah, push back into premium. Inversing, delivering from a fair value gap. Like, I think it was a good trade, so we'll see. My stop loss needs to be a break even. We'll just have to see what happens. But you're right. I think if we inverse this coming back to the upside, then we could possibly get back in, maybe going long. Man, I am close to getting stopped out. Yeah, I got stopped out at break even. You think? I'm just not convinced because well, I guess we have the high of the day and our previous day's high and previous week's high. But when we're in between that and also these equal lows and this data low. So it's just kind of unclear to me. I could go for longs. It'll probably at least go to this high. Did we get SMT maybe? No, we did not. If there was SMT, I'd probably take it. At least I'd probably just take a scalp to this high. But there's no SMT. Yeah, you might be right. I think you're right, honestly. But I'm just gonna play things by ear. We'll see. I'm just recording my trade really quickly so that way I don't lose it for later. Yeah, I guess honestly, this probably would be fine. Go long, right? I don't know. Okay, let me try and get the image. Where's the image? Yeah, because my issue is there's a data low, there's equal lows with London, and this is like not really low resistance liquid. Like this is too steep. I just don't see that. I see that more as like a giant fair value gap, personally. Like if I go to the 15-minute or the 5-minute, maybe the 3-minute, like there's just a fair value gap here, the fair value gap here. I see this more as like a fair value gap, and I don't know. I'm just not convinced. Okay, I'm adding this trade. Yeah, I mean this is nice, honestly. Like this was a 3-minute inverse. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, it does open in 5 minutes. Okay, let me get rid of this. Why is this on? I'm gonna turn this off. Yeah. Basically, the way I see it is we're in between two liquidity pools. We're in between these. There's 3 relatively equal lows here. There's 3 of them. There's 3. It'd be different if it was just like, just 2 random relatively equal lows. But there's 3, and it's also London lows. And there's a data low. I mean, trust me, I see this as a draw too, but I'm just like, I'm concerned why there's 3 relatively equal lows with London's lows. But yeah, these are kind of like relatively equal as well. So I'm not super sure, which is why I'm just kind of watching and waiting to see what I see. Just trying to be smart about it. Okay, I want to look at the stat map again. I think the stat map genuinely helps me with bias so much. So we're going to pull that up again. So, pulling up the stat map. Starting out with the daily one. Okay. We went to both of the daily manipulation levels. This could not be more unclear. We have the equal highs up here, and we have the equal lows down here. Oh, you know what? There's even more equal lows. There's even more equal lows on the 5 minute over here. So there's equal lows, London's lows. So a set of 3 relatively equal lows, a set of 2 relatively equal lows, a data low. And we went to the daily manipulation level. And we swept New York PM's highs. Maybe I should have taken this inverse. Oh, I probably should have taken this inverse. I don't know. We just didn't really sweep a high is all. So I think it was okay, but it wasn't great. Yeah. Relatively equal lows here, relatively equal lows here, a data low here. We're getting a bullish SMT. We're getting a bullish SMT here. And I guess this is a fair value gap a little bit. I mean, maybe we need to come up and sweep these highs first. high. I mean, yeah, this is kind of like a breaker a little bit. Low, high, lower, low. Okay, wait. Let's actually think about this. I'll probably take this because there's an SMT. There's an SMT. If this doesn't work, this is stupid. That's crazy. We'll just have to see. Stop loss is here. Wow, that's crazy. That's yeah, that's wow. I should have just trusted my instinct. My bias was right. Unless we go up here. That's just so weird. That was a really good inversion candle. Okay, that was kind of lucky because I should not have had my stop loss here. That was kind of stupid, actually. I hate this trade now. I just want to get out. This is stupid. Like, this isn't even worth... I don't even know what to say about this. This is so stupid. I'm just going to move stop loss to break even now because I don't want to be in it anymore. Whatever. It's like hard to explain how my stop loss got this low. I should have got stopped out. I'll just say this was a losing trade. So I'll just say this was a 1-to-1 with SMT and that this one lost. I don't know whether to record that as a loss or a break even. I don't know. Yeah, it's surprising that we had such a good momentum candle and we didn't at least take this high. So what I'm gonna say is break even was supposed to be lost, but but it was a break even. But I will record my thoughts on this later, and I'll talk about it in my market recap too, because I think it's important to learn from these kinds of trades, because like if you don't learn from these trades, you won't know in the future. So I'm just going to say break even was supposed to be a loss. We'll record thoughts later. That's crazy. Like I said, the wanting to long, I think the whole idea of wanting to long with these equal lows and the data low and more equal lows, I think you just kind of have to rule it out of play, cuz yeah, my initial instinct was right. Looks like. I mean, you will only see these kinds of inverse for value gaps fail if there's something way bigger that's pulling it down. I mean, it really needs to be something that's really big and powerful. And here you have this data low, here you have these equal lows, and here we have these equal lows. And so I should have trusted my instinct. I knew that that there was all of these things drawing price lower, but like I just didn't. I saw a momentum candle like that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited!" And in the future, I have to just say I'm not going to take a trade like that, because there is a data low and there is equal lows, and it's just low, probably lower probability. But that was a good momentum candle, I will say that. Like, you can't deny, like, this. Ignore the fact this is a data low, ignore the fact that we have equal lows with London, and ignore the fact you have these equal lows down here. If you just looked at this for what it was, and you just looked at this as a sweep, and then an inverse fair value gap with these two highs here, it looks nice. But the higher time frame context says, hey, we actually swept New York PM's highs and there's equal lows. I think that's why it failed, personally. And we have equal lows here, equal lows here. And yeah, went to this daily manipulation level. That's a red flag. So yeah, the daily manipulation stat map was hit. Didn't realize what. We just inversed this. We're probably going to run everything now. It's probably going to happen within a few minutes. Within like the next 20 minutes, we're probably going to run everything. But yeah, look, we went to that daily manipulation level. We went to the 12-hour manipulation. Seems like almost like, yeah, this was the manipulation. And then possibly just distribution down. You know what we haven't looked at? We should have probably looked at is just for a second, just look at the higher time frame. because I think that'll give us a little bit more of a clue. I just liked that trade because there was SMT and because there was an inverse fair value gap. But that's honestly, if there's a data low, if there's two sets of equal lows and there's London lows below, like even with an SMT, I feel like that's just a trade you can't take. It's just a lesson for the future, honestly. So, okay, yeah, let's look at the higher time frame for a sec. I still have the chart pulled up on my other screen so I can see if there's any other trades. But it looks like we took all-time highs. I should probably look at this on the other chart just in case there's anything different. I'm still looking at the chart. We're going back up now. Maybe we'll get a short at some point. Like the more I think about it, the more I think that we're gonna take out those lows. Should have trusted my instincts, honestly. Yeah, it kind of seems like, I think is what you said. It seems like we're generating buy-side liquidity for later. That's kind of what it seems like. I think you're absolutely right. That's kind of what it seems like. We're generating buy-side liquidity to go take it out later. So honestly, what I could see happening is, like, imagine this is probably just another lower high, and then we run this data low and the equal lows because we're just generating liquidity for later probably. So yeah, going back to the higher time frame, clear this out. It does seem like we are generating liquidity. Get rid of all this. I think if you just look at it for what it is, this was a manipulation move. I personally think that the market has much higher to go because this was, if you just think about it, like maybe like this was a manipulation move. The market's just like manipulated, and now I feel like it's distributing. Then again, I know I pointed out that there's like these equal lows here, but I don't know. Until we get some kind of confirmation to the downside, it looks bullish. Maybe. I want to look at the stat map on the weekly and the monthly, just for fun. Okay. Weekly. Where is it? We went to the weekly manipulation. I think you're right about it. I think we are and oh my gosh, the time level is exact. Whoa, I've never seen it so perfect. That's crazy. Look at this. So this is the time level to expect it. This was the price level to expect it. We went right to it. And we went to this fair value gap. And that's exactly what you would expect too. What day is it? Tuesday? Wednesday? You expect Monday, if this is a classic expansion week, you expect Monday down, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, distribute up. So this seems like weekly manipulation before weekly distribution higher. What about monthly? Let's check out the monthly. What does monthly stat map say? Monthly stat map says I think the monthly is just kind of breaking all the rules right now because it's the Trump pump, you know? Like there was not even any manipulation because Trump won the presidency and we're just flying up. That's kind of what it seems like. So I would say this is more like a just instead of this being your typical manipulation distribution, this is just an expansion month. So that weekly stat map though is fascinating. We went right to that weekly level. And then we went to this daily manipulation level too. So I think you do want to be bullish. Yeah, because we have those equal lows. I think we need to take out those equal lows. What might need to happen, this might be a Wednesday low of the week. Weekly profile, because we need to take out those equal lows. I mean, I can't imagine we go up before taking out those equal lows. I think we're just generating buy-side liquidity right now. That's what it seems like. This fair value gap, we only went in, we didn't even go to the consequent encroachment, I would assume, right? Yeah, we haven't even gone to CE of this. I bet you we go to CE. I bet you that's the market probably wants to get to the middle of this fair value gap. So consequent encroachment is the middle. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think with those, because we talked about all this liquidity, right? Oh, we just got an inverse back to the downside. Do I want to take this? Like, we didn't sweep anything, but we could just be generating liquidity. I'll try it on demo. It's demo. I'm just practicing. Do I want to take this? It's on the wrong. It's on the wrong. I was on the wrong chart. Do I want to take this? It's not really like a sweep of anything. But I think that's the whole idea. I think that, I don't know. But I think we are going to go run everything now. I think we are going to go run this data low, and I think we are going to run those equal lows. I'm not taking it. I just don't think it's the best setup I've ever seen. But I think this is good because we're obviously purposely generating liquidity now. Like, this is just becoming very obvious to me that this is what's going on. Yeah, I knew this was going to work out because we're purposely generating liquidity. I'm going to put this in my journal as well, just because I called it out. I did call it out, right? I did call it out. I knew this was going to work. Oh, no. But man, it's okay. It's just a counterintuitive trade because you didn't sweep anything. You didn't have some kind of sweep of a high, but it's supposed to be doing that right now. It's supposed to be leaving this buy-side liquidity because we're going to take it out later. It's generating that buy-side liquidity. It's crazy how the market does what it does. It's actually insane if you really understand it. I should have known. I probably just should have entered. It's demo anyways. Yeah, I did call it. I mean, this is a screen time thing for sure because it's a very counterintuitive trade. We're generating buy side on purpose. I mean, we went to that. It seems like we have to go take out low of the week, before we get our Wednesday retracement, our Wednesday reversal. I mean, look how much further into this fair value gap we could go. If we go into CE, that puts us like here. I'll probably put this in my journal, just because I said I called it. Yeah, I think the market's just generating buy side. We're probably not gonna get a trade until this is such a weird day. We're probably gonna just keep generating buy side and then run these equal lows. Right? And then run these equal lows. That's just probably what's going to happen. And I don't know. On days like today, I'm not exactly sure what I even could have done to enter. I'm just thinking. I was right. I was right to enter my initial trade. Here's what I would have done. Here's what I should have done. I should have entered this inverse fair value gap, and I shouldn't have moved stop loss to break even in this case because probably just because there's a data low and then there's equal lows. It's worth the risk. I mean, if you can get this, if you could pull this off, you could probably just get 3-1 or 4-1. Like this is just like, there's just so much sell side liquidity. I guess it's just like a conviction thing. That's probably what I should have done. But it's also fine to have that be a break-even trade because a lot of the time, just break-even, it's just smart to have your trades go to break-even. So I don't think that was bad at all. Oh, we still need to check out the other stat maps. So I said that we looked at the daily one. The daily one went to the exact. It went exactly to this manipulation level, right? So we're thinking maybe we could distribute. Oh my gosh, we should check if that's around consequent encroachment. Wait. It's near filling the fair value gap. I mean, that's pretty reasonable to expect that. Okay. So this daily manipulation level so far is seeming to be pretty accurate. Very interesting. So the daily manipulation level for the stat maps is pretty spot on so far. We were gonna look at the other ones. So the daily manipulation level was hit. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna mark out these as lines so I don't have to keep giving them off and on my chart. So I just put a D for daily. Now let's do the 12-hour. I love the stat map. It's awesome. See, same thing. Manipulation level, we went right to the manipulation level, and then here's 12-hour. I should probably be marking this out on the other one. Yeah, because look, the levels change. That's the issue. Wow, yeah, we're going exactly to where I said we were going to go. I said that we were going to go there. 12-hour one was right on. Oh, I'm on the wrong one again. See how it's different? The stat map's different depending on if I'm on MNQ or NQ1. That's just like annoying. I don't want it to be different. Whoa! The distribution levels are the exact same? That's crazy. Yeah, I really do think that we're distributing down here. Watch my video on it. I made it not too long ago, but it's my new favorite toy, bro. It's awesome. It's like basically this guy, his name's Joshua. He coded every single candle, every single one, and he basically he coded it so that way it takes the like statistical expected manipulation and distribution for that candle. So like I'll show you an example on the one that just happened. So it's so fascinating. So if I go to the 12-hour one, it works on all time frames, right? Let me wait for this to. So if it'll load here. So basically, he takes in all the 12-hour candles, and he's able to project out the expected manipulation for so this red line up here is on a bearish day. The expected manipulation for a 12-hour candle is going to go to this level right here. The expected distribution for a 12-hour candle is going to go to this level right here on a bearish day. On a bullish day, the expected manipulation of a 12-hour candle is going to go here. And the expected distribution of a 12-hour candle is going to go here. And then the white lines are your time levels. So on your expected manipulation should happen statistically around this time, and your expected distribution should happen statistically around this time. It's so cool. I mean, I've seen it already work out like a million times. But you can see how it's like it's not perfect, but that's just statistics, you know? Like it's going to be off, but like this is close. This is pretty dang close. So I like to just use it for bias. That's what I've been using for bias lately, especially because like we knew the market was going to get drawn lower. We saw we had London's lows. We saw we had the equal lows. I said that in the morning. I said we have equal lows. We have London lows. And then Smiling came in and said that we were bullish, and I had a second thoughts. But nah, we're just leaving low resistance liquidity for later this week. And we're probably going to go down into this fair value gap. But yeah, I think we just took out those equal lows. Let's get rid of this. Like what trade could we have even taken? I don't even know. Maybe this breaker, high, low, like, it's just, it's basically, it's lower probability because there's no sweep. There's no sweep. Like, yeah, this is a breaker. Yeah, this is a fair value gap. But what, like, you really want to just take lower probability trades just because you're expecting this to be low resistance liquidity? I don't know. I'm not, like, the biggest fan of just, like, I mean, like, yeah, we kind of thought this was going to happen, but I think I need a little bit more experience before I try and predict low resistance liquidity. Like, I'm not going to be able to do that, really, for a while. So it's exactly like we thought. We're going down into this fair value gap. I'm not even sure how else you could have got a trade. I mean, this would have been like... This would have been super ideal if you had... Let's say you had saw the 12-hour. Let's say you had saw that the 12-hour manipulation. Imagine you saw that it was supposed to happen right here. So we'll wait for this to load. Imagine if you had just noticed that the 12-hour manipulation was right here, and then, like, if you're an RR warrior, you could have taken, like, this. If you're just an RR warrior, you could have taken this, and then, imagine your RR on this. Down to London's equal lows, or the Stata low. If you're just an RR warrior and you want to take trades like that, this would have been like crazy good. Oh? Wait a second. I don't know. This looks okay. It's worth a shot. Oh no, I'm on the wrong chart. Oh no. It's too high up anyway. I'll probably just analyze on this chart instead in the future. I think that makes sense because I know that the numbers are going to be off a little bit. I understand that, but... Or at least I just don't want to have to, like... pull up this and then not know how many contracts I need to buy, you know? I guess honestly, yeah, I just don't think, I think we still need to come down to these. Wait, guys, I'm kind of going brain dead right now. So if we're expecting this to stay low resistance liquidity, hang on just a second. I'm getting an idea. If we're expecting this to stay like this low resistance liquidity, then maybe we should try and enter on a mitigation block. And yeah, we're getting an inverse back to the downside, I think. Hang on. I'm watching a video, my own video. In this video, I'm going to be going over mitigation blocks. Now, keep in mind, mitigation blocks are lower probability than breaker blocks, so I would stick to breaker blocks, but if you want to know what mitigation blocks are, here's what they are. Simply put, a mitigation block is the sequence of a high, a lower high, and then a lower low. This is different than a breaker block because a breaker block is a series of a high, a low, a higher high, which sweeps some kind of high, and then a lower low. So the key difference is mitigation blocks fail to sweep the high, and breaker blocks do sweep the high. Now the way you mark it out is you highlight the down close candle before the failure swing and you drag that over. So like this would be a mitigation block. This one. You tapped into it. So this is a mitigation block too. We hit the 4 to 4.5. Yeah, I think we're too far in discount. I don't know. We're too far in discount. It's just not even worth it. But you can see how, like, everything played out exactly as it was supposed to. I just failed to see it, right? Because look at this. We hit that. Remember that 12-hour manipulation level, and then we inversed this for value gap. And I remember I got on the charts a little bit late, but I remember I saw that. Yeah. So we could frame a reversal from this. But I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards. Yeah, we swept London's lows. Oh, we swept London's lows on the S. We swept it on both. Hang on a second. Oh, you know what? Why don't we measure this? Yeah, I think we're going here. Midweek reversal profile. This is the new week opening gap. Oh my gosh, we're probably going to go there. How many times do we come back to the new week opening gap? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, look, we came back on Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, we came back on Friday. We come to the new week opening gap a lot. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We came back on Friday. Opening gap. Monday, Tuesday. We came back on Wednesday. I mean, also think about it like this. We probably, if on the higher time frame, we probably want to come down to this order block. This is a decent order block. So like the weekly use this wick, daily maybe use this candle body. What is that? Oh, those are the texts for all the days. So like this new week opening gap's kind of like a draw on liquidity right now. Here we have a 4-hour order block. And we've left equal lows with previous day's low. Okay, we might actually get something. We already hit the 4-hour order block. But to inverse this. I mean, if this gives me good enough RR, then I'll consider taking it. I guess it's not. Oh, it's not an inverse fair value gap. This isn't even a fair value gap. That's awkward. Oh, wait, yes, it is. Wait, no, it's not. This was the inverse. This was the only one. And then you would have probably got stopped out. I do think we're going to come here. Because, look, we just went right short of it. But we might come up here first. Look, we. Oh, you know what? Board block. We have equal highs. Oh man, I need to charge my laptop. Okay, I need to stop going back and forth. I don't know. I just think it's probably lower probability conditions because we're generating low resistance liquidity. Ugh. I called it though from the beginning of the day. I said exactly where we were going. I called it. I said exactly where we were going. Eight-hour stat map. Interesting. Six-hour. Four-hour. Hmm. Yeah, it's just low probability conditions right now. I mean, like obviously, like we think that it's gonna come and take this low, but we're looking for shorts and a deep discount. Like if we wanted to take a short, we should have taken a short. This was the play of the day, and so was this. And this one I got stopped out at break even. This one would have been good, but it was off the charts. Plain and simple as that. Um, and this one was okay, but there's no sweep, and that's why I didn't take it. And then what was the other one? Oh, that long. Yeah, that I should not. The long should have been out of the picture completely. Like there should have been no thought of longing because we had London's lows equal lows. We had um the data low. Like there should have been no thought. I don't care how good that inverse value gap looks. I don't care. Like next time this happens where we get this good, really good looking inverse value gap on the 1 minute, and it's like perfect and it has SMT. I don't care. If we have London's lows that are equal and we have a data low, forget it. I don't care. I don't want to take a trade that has London lows and a data low below. Like it just doesn't make sense to take a trade when there's just a giant weight pulling it down. Like it's going against the wind. It just doesn't like I know how good this looks. I know this is like looks amazing, but it's just one of those things where it's just like you just want more. You just want more setups than the market's giving you. The market's not giving you this setup. It's just it's it looks good, but there's so much sell side. And that's what the market then proceeded to take out. So I think I was right in the morning, and I should in the future I'll get better at trusting my instincts. But yeah, that's crazy. I was right about that.
Listen to what I'm going to tell you in this video very carefully because this might actually be Enigma or at least a piece of it. There is a phenomenon that occurs in the market that will never stop occurring. Certain highs and lows in the market will be sought after and targeted with a higher probability than others. This is because statistically the market knows that there will always be enough exit liquidity above these highs and lows to get their positions filled. There are essentially five main First, you have the highs and lows of different sessions. These are the highs and lows of the different times of the day that had the most trading volume. Then you have the highs and lows of the wick of a news event. That's going to always have a lot of volume. Then you have equal highs and equal lows. These are usually always going to come with some kind of range. So when price goes to those equal lows, a lot of people will be stopped out. Then you have previous days highs and lows, previous weeks highs and lows, and previous months highs and lows as well. Listen to what I'm going to...
Oh man, it's very unclear. The it's very. That's all I'll say is it's very unclear. I think we're gonna take out this low at some point. I think this is like a really good one to use. Like I do think we're gonna come here. This is -4 to 4.5. I think there's a good chance. If we can push back into premium of this range, it could give us a short, maybe. Then again, maybe we just want to run all this resistance liquidity now. Yeah, actually, that's possible. Actually, there's SMT at these lows, right? No. I think it's just not worth to take a trade against this low resistance liquidity. I just don't think I'm going to get a trade today, so I think I'm just going to end it. But, yeah, there's a reason I'm trading on demo still. I mean, this looked okay. Delivering from a fair value. Yeah. The only thing is we're going against low resistance liquidity, so I guess it makes sense. So, okay, there's a lot to review today. I'll do a market recap, and we'll figure it out. We're only getting better, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.